4 years ago, I decided to embark on a journey to get my first ever full odds shiny Pokemon. And the game I chose to do this full odds hunt in was none other than Pokemon Fire Red for the Game Boy Advance. Little did I know that this decision would take me almost 4 years to reach its conclusion. So a few things for context here. Shiny odds in new Pokemon games are 1 in 4,096, but for games before X and Y or Generation 6, the odds are 1 in 8,192, Fire Red included. So yeah, getting a shiny Pokemon in these games is extremely rare. My goal for this video is to catch a total of 8 shiny Pokemon, 1 for each badge, and to complete the game with a team of only shiny Pokemon. With that being said, let's head back to the year 2020. Obviously, my first shiny hunt in the game is going to be one of the starter Pokemon, right? So we named our character, kissed our mom goodbye, and headed to Professor Oak. For my first shiny hunt, I had a choice between Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, the most iconic starters of all time. Despite this being Fire Red and me being a diehard Charizard fan, the Pokemon I decided I needed was going to be shiny Bulbasaur. Something about the green on this guy just kind of does it for me. I know there's a lot of you out there who probably love shiny Bulbasaur as well. I'm not the only one. For this being my first shiny hunt using an old system, it took a little bit of adjustment, but eventually the resets became second nature. At the time, Dynamax adventures were pretty new, so I was doing some dual shiny hunting. For my introduction to hunting with 8192 odds, the game made sure to stress the hell out of me by making me go over odds, but not by much. 1 in 8,100. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Go! Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Finally, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, guys! We finally did it! Oh my god, guys! Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. My first ever full odds shiny, guys. We freaking did it, dude. I can't believe it. Finally, after 8,217 resets, I caught my first ever full odds shiny Bulbasaur. I can't tell you guys how excited I was to get this shiny Pokemon. It felt to me like a huge accomplishment at the time, and even now it's something I'll never forget. Well, immediately after catching our shiny, we're thrown into battle versus our rival's Charmander, which our naughty nature Bulbasaur puts in the work and gets me past him. We proceeded to deliver Oak's parcel, grab our Pokedex, and moved on to take on the first gym. Is what I thought would happen, but obviously life had a different plan for me, and I left this Bulbasaur in wait for over 4 years. I can't tell you why it took me that long to return to this hunt, but 4 years later, I returned, a seasoned shiny hunter. At the time, I was merely a tadpole, but now I'm a frog, a shiny master frog, with renewed motivation and the desire for differently colored pixels once again invigorating me. It's time to finish what I started. Immediately upon continuing our journey, we decided it was time to take on the first gym in the game and take out Brock. Brock starts off with his Geodude, which Bulbasaur has no issue with and we take out with no problem. And the same goes for Brock's Onix, which doesn't really put up much of a fighting chance. Yeah, this guy right here, he's gonna be a problem. He has 4 years of pent-up anger and is more than ready to grind through this gym challenge. We went ahead and grabbed our running shoes from the professor's assistant and did a bit of grinding, which allowed our Bulbasaur to finally age up and evolve, which honestly hurt my heart a little bit. After taking out every trainer on Route 3, I found myself in a Pokemon Center on Route 4 that had a shady guy selling a magikarp. And you know what? I decided, why not? Let's make my next shiny hunt for the badge quest this magikarp. So this shady dude sells you a magikarp for 500 Pokedollars, which is honestly a ton of money for the start of the game, but if you get the shiny, I'll say it's worth it. It's pretty worth it. While Magikarp might not be a useful Pokemon for early game, Gyarados is an absolute beast in Fire Red and is going to be essential for our quest to becoming champion. Surely, my first hunt back would be a long and grueling one. The shiny gods aren't gonna let me just get through this without suffering. I mean, I'm the one who abandoned this quest for so many years. I abandoned this bulbasaur to just rot in this cartridge. The shiny gods will not allow that to slide. 381 resets later, I get the second member of my team and the second member of the shiny badge quest, shiny magikarp. I might want to do a video talking about the history of shiny gift Pokemon. Let's go, shiny magikarp! Let's go! Oh, wow! Let's go! Dude, 381, that is looking pretty freaking good. Yeah, give me that. Dude, that's so lucky. Dude, shiny magikarp, was that 381 or 382? I don't remember if I even counted it. Dude, what the heck? That looks so good. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not gonna lie, getting this shiny so fast made me feel like this video was finally possible to make. After getting my second shiny, my team and I battled our way through Mount Moon, where we took our time taking out some Team Rocket grunts. Eventually, we ran into this like really weird scientist and beat him into submission, allowing us to pick up the Helix fossil, which according to another shiny hunter I saw on YouTube, is good for the YouTube algorithm. I don't know what that means, but I also don't make the rules out here, so if he says it, I'm just gonna assume it's true. After a rigorous training montage with our Magikarp, it was finally time to take on Misty. Thankfully, I had my Ivysaur, because Magikarp unfortunately doesn't have any moves other than Splash. It really is not much of a useful Pokemon at all. At least not until I level him up a bit. Ivysaur makes quick work of Misty's Staryu, and while her Starmie does present Ivysaur a bit of a challenge, we make it through and beat Misty, receiving our second gym badge. Right after the battle with Misty, we run into our rival who challenges us to another battle, this time with an actual team of his own. Sadly, my team of Ivysaur and Magikarp with Splash didn't do too well. That freaking Pidgeotto is insane. But after another gruesome training montage, I'm imagining just like the Rocky training montage with the Eye of the Tiger in the background while I'm running with my Magikarp who doesn't even have feet. We evolve our Magikarp into the absolute beast of shiny Gyarados. Something about Fire Red that I personally loved is Gyarados' shiny sprite. For some reason, it actually looks more orange than red, so it almost seems like a halfway point between shiny Magikarp's color and a more red shiny Gyarados that we're used to. But guys, just look at the sprite. This thing is absolutely awesome. Gyarados makes quick work of Gary's Pidgeotto, Rattata, and one-shots his Charmander. And his Abra only knows teleports, so we took care of that as well. Following this, it was time to get our third shiny Pokemon, which I decided I wanted to be Eevee. Something about the sprites in Generation 3 are just amazing, and shiny Eevee is no exception. In order to get to Eevee though was a bit of a mission. Gyarados made quick work of all the trainers and then the Team Rocket grunt that was at the end of the bridge. This allowed us to get through Route 25, stacking up wins and money until we made our way to Bill's laboratory. We turned Bill back into a human and got the SS ticket, which we needed to progress the story and get cut. Once we made it back to Cerulean City, we took out some more Team Rocket grunts and took the underground path to Route 6, where we beat up some more trainers until finally making it to Vermilion City. From there, we hopped on the SS and took our time taking out every single trainer on the ship. I'm serious guys, Gyarados is an absolute menace in Fire Red. And I'm taking my time taking out every trainer because I actually really need money. It seems like our rival also had the same idea as we run into him once again on the SSN and engage in another battle. Unfortunately for him, Gyarados is too overwhelming and takes out his Pidgeotto and probably sends his Raticate to the afterlife. His Kadabra is one-shotted along with his Charmeleon. Once we beat Gary, we make our way upstairs to give this captain a back rub? Yeah, that's what we did, and obtained the HM cut. I taught the HM to Ivysaur since we really don't have another option and continue on our way. Guys, this is where I kind of do make a mistake. So instead of getting my third shiny, I got the bright idea of just taking on the third gym. I was between doing a Dream Team quest and a shiny badge quest, so we kind of just ended up with like a weird amalgamation of both. But I hope that's not too big of an issue. At the end of the day, I'm a shiny hunter, first and foremost. We beat the gym trainers and solved the dumbest puzzle in all of Pokemon and take on Lieutenant Surge, the Electric-type gym leader. Now since I only have Ivysaur and Gyarados, we had to just basically brute force our way through the battle and swept Surge's Voltorb, Pikachu, and finally his Raichu, with just our Ivysaur. This tag team duo is absolutely unstoppable right now. We still need to add our third shiny to the team. as the battles are starting to get way more intense at this point in the game, and 2 Pokemon just isn't enough. We made our way back to Cerulean City, used the HM cut to get to the path to enter the rock tunnel. Along the way, we beat up a bunch of trainers and continue to rack up the bank account. The rock tunnel probably should have been a bit more annoying since we actually skipped out on obtaining Flash for some reason, but thankfully, we had a map that led us straight out and into Lavender Town. We'll come back here later. Firstly, we need to go get Eevee. Oh, also, Ivysaur actually evolved into Venusaur in the rock tunnel, so there we go. We got the fully evolved Bulbasaur 4 years later into Venusaur. And this sprite of Shiny Venusaur is the best out of all 3 of the starters in my opinion, even better than Shiny Charizard. The gold sprout on its back is just freaking awesome. We fought our way through Route 8 until finally making it to Celadon City to find that it has been overrun by Team Rocket, but again, we'll deal with that later. To get to Eevee, we had to walk through the back of the Pokemon Center, up some stairs, and to the roof to finally begin our shiny hunt. The hunt is a simple soft reset hunt, so you just save in front of the Pokeball, obtain it, check your summary, and if it's shiny Eevee, great. If it's not, reset and try again. Now surely this hunt will take longer, right? Well, technically yes. While it did take me longer than Magikarp, after 896 resets, I found one. No, I wasn't recording. No. Dude, guys, I was not recording. I literally just opened up my recording software right now, and I did one encounter at 896. I got shiny Eevee. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. The 3rd part of my Dream Team quest. It is here. Shiny Eevee sprite is one of the best in all of Gen 3, but for some reason, I got the bright idea to evolve it. And no, I didn't evolve it into any of the cool evolutions. I evolved it into Flareon. Yes, Flareon. Flareon is arguably not so cool. Well, whatever. With that, our 3rd member is on our team, and we decided to head back to the Pokemon Tower. There we find Gary visiting his Raticate from earlier, which Gyarados ended, and obviously he's looking for some revenge. Flareon starts us out by taking out Gary's Pidgeotto. We swap into our Venusaur, which destroys Gary's Gyarados. With Gyarados out, we send in our own shiny one, which again looks so clean. We take out Gary's replacement for Raticate, execute, and a few more hits. Damn, Gary kind of moves on pretty quick. I mean, that Raticate just left this realm, and now he's already replacing it. That's insane, Gary. You gotta do better, dude. And finally, we easily dispose of his vermilion. Once we beat Gary, we make our way back to the Grass-type gym. So this is the first tough gym battle I encountered, as Erica starts off with a Victory Bell, and I quickly learned that Flareon might not be the sweeper I originally thought they'd be. I instantly get hit with paralysis and get taken out, only doing half damage to Victory Bell. The Victory Bell proceeds to also take out my Venusaur using the Stun Spore strat, which leaves me with my last Pokemon, Gyarados. Thankfully, despite getting hit with paralysis, 2 Dragon Rages is all I need to take out this wall of a Victory Bell. And I then do the same to Erica's Tangela, hitting 2 Dragon Rages to take it out as well. I'll say it again, Gyarados is officially the MVP. Vileplume puts up a bit more of a fight, but again, Gyarados pulls it through. And with that, we get the Rainbow Badge. We also get the TM Giga Drain, which we proceed to teach the Venusaur. Now for the 4th member of my dream team, I went for one of my favorite shiny Pokemon of all time, Shiny Dratini. Dratini, Dragonair and Dragonite, has some of my favorite shinies in all of Pokemon, and in their sprite forms, they look even better. So the way to hunt for our Dratini is honestly one of the best and fastest hunts you can do in Pokemon Fire Red. There is a catch though, as it will require you to go to the game corner and do a little bit of quote-unquote gaming in order to get enough coins to purchase the Dratini. But the cool part about this hunt is you can buy multiple Dratini, a max of 3. So each reset, you can check for 3 Dratinis at a time. 3 days later, our good luck streak continues, as after 1,089 resets, this happens. Let's go, Shiny Dratini! Let's freaking go! Oh my god! Hold on. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, so that's 1089. Holy crap. Dude. Okay, thank goodness I was recording this time. Oh my god, Shiny Dratini. Dude, are you kidding me? 1089. Dude, are you freaking kidding me? 1089. Are you kidding me, guys? 1089 for shiny Dratini. Are you? I gotta save again. Dude, how does this keep happening? How do I keep getting this lucky, dude? Are you freaking kidding me? So far, I have caught 3 shiny Pokemon in less than half of the encounters it took me to get the Bulbasaur at the start of the video. By the way, guys, do not forget to leave a like and hit the sub button. It helps me out a ton, and it just lets me know that you want to see more content like this. We continued down the main story of the game and took on the Team Rocket hideout in the secret door at the game corner. After fighting our way through the puzzle and leveling up our team, we finally made it to our first battle versus Giovanni. We took this opportunity to level up our Dratini a bit, as Gyarados swaps in each time to absolutely destroy Giovanni's team. With that win, we were given the Silph scope, which allows us to finally make our way back up the Pokemon Tower. We still have to battle a ton of Ghastlies and trainers at the tower, but we eventually make it to the stairs to the roof, where we encounter a ghost. With the use of the Silph scope, we reveal it to be none other than the passed away Marowak. We put Marowak to rest with our Gyarados and finally make our way to the top floor. There, we take on some more Team Rocket grunts and encounter the old man, Mr. Fuji, who gives us the item we need for our next shiny hunt, the Pokeflute. So the Pokeflute, for those of you that don't know, is the item you need in order to get past the sleeping Snorlaxes that are on Route 12 and Route 16. I decided it was time to do an encounter type shiny hunt for our 5th shiny, since, you know what, I was feeling pretty lucky, and why not? Little did I know what this Snorlax would put me through. I was feeling pretty confident that I would catch a Snorlax somewhere below odds, but as the resets kept going, it didn't seem like it was going to be the case. We quickly went over odds after about 2 weeks of hunting, but after that, I still had some hope. One thing about this hunt was that it was absolutely draining. It isn't a simple reset hunt, because each time, you have to wait for the Pokeflute jingle to play, and after a few thousand times of hearing the same jingle, it starts to get a little old. As we approached the 10,000 mark, I started to wonder if maybe the Snorlax was somehow shiny locked. I also started to stress as I would watch videos of people failing the shiny Snorlax, since its catch rate is only around 25%, which isn't horrible, but if you're unlucky enough, it can lead to you failing the shiny. Another week went by, and I began to really dread this hunt. My daily average of resets were around 500, and with each day, it felt like it would never end. And I really wanted to get this video out. At around 14,000 resets, I decided it was time for a change. So most of my video up to this point is being captured on my Game Boy player on an English Fire Red cartridge. However, when I caught Bulbasaur, I was doing it on my original DS, which has a capture card installed. So I decided to do the thing that any sane shiny hunter would do and purchased a second cartridge of Fire Red. Now, I do have some history with dual shiny hunting, as you saw earlier, but I've never done it in the older games. And on top of that, I decided to get a Japanese cartridge of Fire Red. Now, for any Pokemon fan out there, these games are getting really expensive, but Japanese versions are still affordable. So if you can, I suggest picking those up if you want to do this. So I played the game all the way up to Snorlax, and for the first time, I began my dual shiny hunt. This fails me, I will never forgive the Japanese. Let's go! Shiny Snorlax! Dude, oh my god, finally! Oh my god, finally! Okay, dude, I'm so stressed out right now. I just need to catch it. I need to catch it. Oh no. I'm just gonna chuck balls. This is on my Japanese cartridge. Dude, oh my god. How many was that? Was that 18,000? He has a 10% catch rate, guys, but like, I'm not gonna hit it. I'm like shaking right now. Guys, I have been doing this hunt for over a month. Oh my goodness, this thing is breaking out of everything. Come on, come on. It's a 10% catch rate, but I'm just gonna keep chucking balls at it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go! We caught it! Shiny Snorlax! Let's go! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dude, yes. Okay, let me save. Oh god, it's finally over. Oh, it's finally over, the Snorlax. Oh my goodness, it's finally over, guys. Oh my god, you don't understand how happy I am right now. My longest hunt ever. My longest hunt literally ever. All right, here's the summary screen. Okay, Google Lens isn't working for me. Guys, if you guys just comment, I'll probably know what the nature is, but if anyone knows Japanese, let me know. Here it is. Shiny Snorlax. Check that out. I'm sorry about the lack of audio. This is on my DS capture card, which I actually just like destroyed. Finally, after over a month of hunting and 18,685 encounters, the Snorlax finally shines. This hunt officially became my longest shiny hunt I have ever done in all my years of shiny hunting. But with that, we get our 5th member, so it was time to take on the 5th gym. Before the gym, however, I knew I needed to pick something up for the most important hunt of this quest and stop by Silph in Saffron City. There, we found that Silph was overrun by Team Rocket, so we took out all the grunts, and once again with our 5 Pokemon shiny team, we ran into Gary. Gary starts the battle off with his level 37 Pidgeot, while I send out my Dratini and get one shot. I don't know what I was thinking for that one. Dratini just did not stand a chance. So I went ahead and sent in Gyarados, the MVP, to take care of Gary's Pidgeot, and he sends out a Gyarados of his own. Fortunately, when it came down to the battle of who has the better Gyarados, mine came out on top. Gary's Charizard then proceeds to take out my Gyarados, unfortunately, so I swap into the newest member of our team, Snorlax. Snorlax is an absolute tank, so it gives us a chance to bring back the MVP and take care of the Charizard. Gyarados once again almost takes out Execute, but faints, leaving Venusaur to clean it up. Venusaur then has no issue whatever taking out Gary's Alakazam, and we get the W. After making our way to the president of Silph's office, we once again face off versus Giovanni. Venusaur and Gyarados, the best tag team in Kanto, make quick work of Giovanni by just destroying his entire team, and we save the president, who then rewards us with the Master Ball. Don't forget about this Master Ball, we're gonna need this later. Next up is a Psychic type gym with its leader Sabrina, and after defeating a few of the trainers along the way, we feed our Dratini a rare candy and evolve it into Dragonair. We start the battle versus Sabrina's Kadabra with our own Dragonair. Dragonair holds on 1 HP and proceeds to take out the Kadabra. After that, we swap right into our Snorlax, who proceeds to stomp Sabrina's Mr. Mime, Venomoth, and Alakazam. Yo, Snorlax might be in the running for the new MVP. Before our next hunt, we talk to the old man in Vermilion City, who gives us the bike voucher and finally get our bike. Our next hunt was actually inspired by Sabrina in a way, as we head back to the game corner once again to do a bit of a quote-unquote gaming. Look guys, I don't have a problem, I swear. I definitely don't have a collection of Pokemon cards either. That's completely separate from this. We do some game corner grinding and proceed to do what we did for Dratini, but for Abra. This was a little different, however, as before, you can only buy 3 Dratini, but here you can buy 55 Abra per reset. And since I have 2 games now, that makes it 110 Abra seen per reset. So even if you go into the thousands and go over odds, this should still not be terrible. And after my month of hunting for Snorlax, I thought I deserved something easy. Not that easy. An hour into the hunt, I got the shiny Abra. An hour in, Japan, I will always love you. Let's go, shiny Abra! Are you kidding me? Dude, what? Shiny Abra. Oh my god, dude. What the hell? Holy crap, I gotta save. Are you kidding me, shiny Abra, dude? Already. Nature guess for the Abra. I'm gonna say hasty. Timid. This is one of the best nature's Abra can be, so we'll take that all day. We trade the Abra over and got ourselves our 2nd foreign team member. Time to take on the 6th gym. With the use of our bike, we can finally go down the bike route and take out the bikers blocking us from the next city. Along the way, our Abra actually evolves into a Kadabra. Fuchsia City is our next stop, and here we have the Safari Zone and the Poison type gym. Koga's team is actually pretty strong, and it takes most of my team to take it out. Venusaur makes quick work of coughing, but gets too low against Koga's Muck, forcing me to switch out. Mistakenly, I switch into Kadabra, who was instantly one-shotted since he's a level 16 Pokemon. Muck, being an absolute wall, eventually after a lot of turns gets taken out by my Snorlax. I switch into Gyarados, and Koga's next coughing uses self-destruct, but Gyarados lives. Koga's last Pokemon wheezing takes out my Gyarados and then my Flareon. So I'm down to my last Mon, Dragonair. Sludge almost takes me out in one shot because of poison, but after one Dragon Rage, we beat Koga and obtain our 6th badge. Following the gym, we're forced to go into the Safari Zone, where we obtain the HM for Surf and find the old man's golden teeth to get the HM strength. We teach strength to Snorlax and Surf to Gyarados. Talking about HMs, I'm still without a Pokemon capable of using Fly, which honestly would be very useful right now. I think, from my 7th team member. We're gonna go ahead and shiny hunt for one of the fossils, aerodactyl. I know technically Dragonite can learn fly, but Dragonair evolves in the 50s, and that's just gonna take way too long. I want fly now. In order to get the old amber needed to get Aerodactyl, we headed back to Vermilion through the Diglett Cave, and using the HM cut, we were able to sneak into Pewter City. Now this was a whole mission to get to Pewter City, which kinda explains why I want fly. We made our way to the top right of Pewter City. We were able to enter a building and talk to this weird scientist guy, and the scientist guy actually just gives us the old amber. Now from there, it's actually pretty easy to get to Cinnabar Island just by passing to the south of Pallet Town. So we use Surf all the way to Cinnabar Island and go to the revival machine. The resets for Aerodactyl are really easy. All you gotta do is give the old amber to the scientist, walk out of the room, walk back in, save in front of the scientist, receive the revived fossil, check if it's shiny. If it is, great. If it's not, reset. So one day into the hunt and 1,238 resets later, this happens. And inevitably you just go down the rabbit hole where you downloaded like 10 other extensions. And then inevitably one of them breaks one. It's a whole thing, dude. Oh, let's go! Shiny Aerodactyl! Holy shit! Let's fucking go! Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. Dude, let's go. Thank god I was recording. Oh my god, dude. I was just talking about Blender. Dude, shiny Aerodactyl. Are you kidding me? Dude, what? Dude, that looks so good. Oh my goodness. Dude, holy crap. Mark, this video is coming sooner than you think. Dude, I mean, it's in Japanese. Dude, this Japanese cartridge has been a lifesaver. Oh my god. I have yet to get a shiny on my English cartridge since Dratini. Nature guesses. What do we got here? Rash Nature. I'm sorry, Flareon, you're not making it to this team. Shiny Aerodactyl is honestly way cooler in sprite form than any of the 3D games. It looks absolutely awesome as a sprite. I'm not gonna lie guys, I almost wish at this point that some of my hunts took a little longer, since I was worried that some people would think I was cheating. I assure you guys, my luck is just cracked. Specifically the ones where you do summary resets for some reason. I barely wanted a dual shiny hunt. We traded our Aerodactyl over to our English cartridge, and finally, we inched closer to completing our quest. From there, we got access to the 7th gym, which is probably my favorite, since all we had to do was answer some questions that even the 1st grader would know. And yeah, I definitely didn't have to ask my friends for any help on these at all. Definitely did not have to ask. Well, once we got to Blaine, the champion there, we threw in the OG MVP Gyarados into battle and swept his Growlithe, Ponyta, Rapidash, and Arcanine and obtained the Volcano badge. Now from there, you would think it would only make sense to get my 8th shiny Pokemon. Unfortunately, at this point in the game, the shiny on the thumbnail of this video is still unobtainable. So we had to change the format a little bit. We took on the 8th gym in Radiant City, the rock type gym, and basically destroyed every trainer in front of me until we made it to the gym leader, who was none other than Giovanni. Once again, with the sole use of the MVP, Gyarados. We took out Giovanni's Rhyhorn with Surf, his second Rhyhorn with Surf, his Dugtrio with Surf, his Nidoqueen put up a bit of a fight because of some Hyper Potions, but still took it out. And finally, Giovanni's Nidoking stood no chance at all. And with that, we acquired our 8th badge and could finally take on the Elite Four. Here's where we're going to make a bit of a detour. The next shiny I need for my team is a Pokemon that I have been preparing for since the start of this hunt. The reason I got the Master Ball, Deoxys. A little bit of backstory for Deoxys here. Deoxys is an event-only Pokemon that can only be obtained with the Aurora ticket, but that event has been lost in time. But we have technology. We're able to actually give ourselves the Aurora ticket, allowing us to make it to Birth Island and begin our hunt for our 8th team member, Deoxys. The hunt for Deoxys is a simple soft reset hunt, but we first have to do this puzzle, which I messed up like 20 times. But once you solve it, all you gotta do is save in front of the red stone and start your resets. Deoxys was the only legendary I knew I wanted on this Fire Red Dream Team hunt. This is one of the rarest shiny Pokemon ever due to the event, because it's so hard to get this Aurora ticket. And that to me just makes this hunt worth it. Despite my previous shiny luck, Deoxys had different ideas. This hunt tested my patience and gave me flashbacks to my Snorlax hunt. I even caught 2 of them just to check and make sure they had different natures and stats. I was completely tripping. After passing 10,000 resets, I saw a tweet from the GOAT Sonics that they took over 30,000 resets to get their Deoxys, so I was really scared. That number just burned into my head. I was certain I was gonna pass 30,000 resets. But finally, after 2 weeks of constant shiny hunting and 12,114 resets later, it happens. Let's go! Shiny Deoxys! Oh my god! Yes! Holy crap! Oh my god. There it is. Oh my, finally I got it. Yes! And on my English cartridge. Guys, check it out. Oh, I saw that immediately. All right, Master Ball it. Dude, check him out. Oh, I was so distracted right now. Before I caught it, I've been like just up getting like Pokemon cards and stuff. Let's go, Shiny Deoxys. And we got the attack form. Oh, it's looking awesome. Okay, I can't wait. Check him out. Dude, that looks great. Oh man, I've been on a drought on my English cartridge of Fire Red for so long. I've been trying to do this video for the past like 3 months straight. Gosh, it's been hard. A lot of so many games have come out the past 3 months that I've not been able to play because of this video. Oh, like I've been wanting to play Sparking Zero. I've been wanting to play the Sonic game, Call of Duty, just Minecraft. I've been trying to play some Cobblemon, but I've just not been able to because I've been trying to get this video done. Dude, check it out. That looks so clean. I still got a bunch of shinies over here. There it is, Shiny Deoxys. I forgot to guess myself with the nature, but Brave is awesome. Brave is awesome. And look at that, dude, the attack form just looks so good. It's finally over. 8 shinies in Pokemon Fire Red. There it is, Shiny Deoxys and a regular Meowth, obviously. Deoxys completes my badge quest and my 4-year journey is finally over. All that's left is getting this shiny team into the Hall of Fame. One of the consequences for me going for this Deoxys is having to actually beat the game one time and unlock the national decks, which means the Elite Four is going to be stronger and have a more diverse team. It was the only way, guys. I literally had no other choice. Well, I guess I could have caught another shiny Pokemon, but that wouldn't be as cool. Before making it to Victory Road, we made sure to evolve all of our Pokemon and get our team as strong as possible, but we definitely didn't overlevel them. Finally, it was time to begin the final test. The first member of the Elite Four is Lorelei, who starts off with a Dugong. We send in our Aerodactyl and hit it with a few ancient powers, taking it out. Cloyster, however, comes in, and because of its surf, it forces me to sacrifice Aerodactyl and bring out Gyarados, the MVP. Gyarados uses Bite and takes out the Cloyster, as well as her Piloswine. On the switch in, we use our brand new Shiny Deoxys and hit Lorelei's Lapras with Psycho Boost, which is a really good stab move. However, I fail to take out the Lapras, and Deoxys gets one-shot by Surf. Gyarados suffers the same fate, but after taking some damage with the revived Aerodactyl, we use our Dragonite to take out the Lapras. Jinx comes right in though and takes out my Dragonite. Jinx tries to take out my Snorlax, but with his bulk being too much, we take it out and beat the first member of the Elite Four. Next, we take on Bruno, who sends out a Steelix, which the MVP makes quick work of. We then bring out Dragonite, who proceeds to take out Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. Bruno's Machamp puts up a bit more resistance, but after 2 aerial aces, we take that out as well. Waterfall then was all I needed to take out Bruno's final Steelix and get the W. Agatha is next, who specializes in Ghost-type Pokemon. Finally, it's Deoxys' time to shine. Deoxys one-shots Agatha's Gengar with a well-placed Psychic. Another Psychic is all that's needed to take down her Golbat and then her second Gengar. So far so good, Deoxys. Mischievous then suffers the same fate. Then, with our final attack, we use our Psycho Boost to take out Agatha's Ekans, and finally move on to the next and last member of the Elite Four, Lance. I can see the finish line, guys. I can see it. Lance starts the battle off with Gyarados, which our Dragonite takes out with Thunder. We swap into our Deoxys and use Ice Beam to make quick work of Lance's Dragonite. We swap back into Dragonite and get absolutely destroyed by Kingdra. We bring in Gyarados, but it gets frozen. Thankfully, we instantly defrost, but eventually get taken out by Hyper Beam. Aerodactyl is next, and I think maybe I can get some damage off, but a full restore leads to Aerodactyl getting taken out along with my Deoxys. Our tank Snorlax is sent in next, allowing me to stall a bit with a Yawn and revive some of my team. With that, we're able to bring back in our Deoxys. Because of our dear Snorlax's sacrifice, we're able to take out the Dragonite with Ice Beam. Lance's last Pokemon, Aerodactyl, then makes quick work of my Gyarados and my Deoxys. Lance has got me on the ropes here and even lands a crit, but the co-MVP Snorlax is back in to put things in order, landing a yawn. Finally, our Dragonite is able to end things with the well-placed Thunder, and we take out Lance's final team member. But we all know it's not over yet. The last person we need to fight is obviously none other than our rival, Gary. Gary starts off the battle with his Heracross, where we send in our homie, Aerodactyl. He doesn't do too much though, so we send in Dragonite to put in the work, taking out Heracross. On switch out, Gary sends in his Charizard, while I send in the MVP. A few Hydro Pumps later, Gyarados proves once again why he's the best. Tyranitar comes in though, and despite being slow, takes out my Gyarados. Dragonite comes in for Gyarados, but with the timely full restore, Tyranitar edges it out, just barely. So we gotta send in Deoxys, who then makes quick work of the T-Tar. We lead the Deoxys in versus Gary's Alakazam, but Alakazam proves to be too tough with its Shadow Ball. Our tank Snorlax makes its way onto the battlefield, allowing me to get my team back. Gyarados comes back in, and after a few bites, we still can't take out the Alakazam. However, Aerodactyl makes the save and puts in the work. For Gary's Gyarados, we send in Dragonite, who misses his first Thunder and dies to Hyper Beam. Deoxys comes in to clean up the mess with another Psycho Boost, and finally takes out Gary's Executor with an Ice Beam, making us the champion of the Kanto region and completing our shiny Dream Team badge quest. Guys, this took so long to make, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you everyone for watching. This was so fun. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and just let me know in the comments. Let me know that you enjoyed the video and what you want to see next. And here we got our Hall of Fame on screen. We could finish off the 4-year shiny badge quest.